Fellow students, you're welcome to government class. With you today is Ms. Wakoma Tamuno. I'll be taking you on the theme Political Parties and Pressure Group, and we'll be looking at the topic Political Parties. At the end of this class, I expect that you should be able to define political parties and also explain their organization, how they're organized, explain their functions, and then identify the different types of political parties. Now, talking about political parties, let's take a look at the meaning of political party. Before then, I'd like to give a brief introduction about political parties. Every nation adopts one form of government or another, and these governments are ruled by persons or people. And now these people are mostly gotten from political parties. Talking about political parties, now let's look at what political parties actually is. Political parties are organized groups of individuals or citizens which have a similar political belief, interests, and ideas. And their aim is to carry out elections and eventually win those elections through which they get passed to govern the country. In Nigeria, the formation of parties have been there way back. It's been there even before she got her first republic, where we had parties, but these parties were mostly based on regional lines, where we had the AG, which is the action group, and that was to represent the Western people. And then we had the NPC, which was for the Northern, and then we had the NCNC, which was for the Eastern. Having seen that, parties emerged and then kept on going on from different phases and came to the point where presently in our 2015-2016 period, we have parties today like PDP, we have the Labour Party, we have the APC, and then we have ABGA. Political party can also be defined as organized group of citizens that seek to influence or control the government of a country by electing one of their members to office. Yes, when we hear about political parties, like we saw in our last election, the 2015-2016 elections, we saw how different political parties struggled, did campaigns, rallies, and the rest to ensure that their member emerged as the winner, which will actually help them or take them to the place of controlling the government of that state or that country. And then their main aim, like we said, is to gain power and control of the government. And to achieve these, they go on to compete with each other through elections. After this election, they expect that when they come into power, they'll play out their various programs and policies that they had already entered even before coming on seats. These policies, like we said, are policies and programs that have been agreed on before their candidates were even elected as leaders or rulers, all to promote the interests of their members or supporters and for the good of the society or country collectively. Having talked about the definition and even the aim of these political parties, it would be wise for us to know how they are organized, because a political party, it's a group that is well organized. Take, for instance, even in your schools, if you're given things to do without proper organization, you cannot actually come out at tops. And so it is with political parties. For them to actually become successful in their political contest and also to effectively carry out their various roles in the society, they need to be well organized. And in being organized, the political party is organized in 3 levels, which are the national, the state, and the local level. Their levels are seen like a pyramid, like we have on the board. And so these 3 we'll be looking at one after the other. The national level. At the national level, we have the national chairperson and a national committee. These persons direct and ensure that the decisions of the parties are properly carried out. This national level happens to be the third on the scale or on the pyramid. The national chairperson is saddled with the responsibility to manage the presidential campaigns for their parties. At the state level, we have the state chairperson, we have an executive committee, and different state committees. And all of them work together to bring about the promotion of the party's agenda in their different states. What happens is that agendas that have been made at the national levels are expected to be watered down into different states through these different state committees. That's what they do to promote these national agendas. The committee helps in the area of recruiting members and also registering these members. They also help in raising funds for statewide campaigns and even elections of their candidates. And lastly, at the local level, this is made up of different cities, towns, and ward committees. This, like we had said, is the first level of a political party whereby they recruit candidates for lower level offices, they register voters into their parties, and also ensure that they vote, obviously, to vote for their party. Having looked at the organization of political parties, let's take a look at the functions, what they do. The political party selects and appoints candidates who, if voted for, will eventually lead the government of a country or a society. Let's take, for instance, these persons all make up the political party. And these persons have been picked out and selected to represent them or represent the party. So if these ones actually win or eventually win in the elections, they occupy those positions and gain control over the government. Also, the political party develops policies. And these policies they develop are policies that will favor their members and even the society at large. Another function of political parties is that they contest during elections. They ensure that they bring out candidates for any vacant office and then carry out the contest in an election, which obviously they aim at winning to gain control of the government. One other function of political parties is to promote national unity. And in promoting that, it bridges the gap, like we see here. This represents people from different tribes. Let's say this represents people from the north, from the east, and from the west. What the political party does is that it brings them together and then bridges every gap that tribe or religion must have created. And also, based on this, persons from different tribes or religion, irrespective of that, the political party that sees the person as a qualified candidate goes on to nominate that person for an office, despite your religion or your ethnic groups. Now let's quickly look at the types of political parties. We have different types of political parties. We have the elitist political party, we have the mass political party, we have broker political party, we have religious and charismatic political party. At this level, we'll be looking at these two. The elitist political party. This is a party that is also known as the cadre party. It's made up of people with high social status, like doctors, engineers, traditional rulers, and the list goes on. Such people are people that make up members of this form of party. Now they have a belief, and their belief is in quality and not quantity. They believe that the quality of a person should be able to attract people to vote for such parties and not even the quantity of persons in that party. They also believe that the governing of a country should be in the hands of these kinds of persons, meaning men and women of substance. Those are the kind of people you find in this form of political party. The second type of political party we'll be looking at is the mass political party. This party consists of persons from all groups and sections of a society, irrespective of your social status. You could be a civil servant, you could be a lecturer, teacher, farmer, whosoever. As far as you make your request known, you go and you show your desires to be a member of that party, you'll be accepted. They operate an open membership system, which is what I've just explained. Every person is welcome to them, and then they also freely belong to that party. They also have a belief, and their belief is in quantity rather than quality. They believe that the number of voters they have will eventually help them gain government control of that city or state. In summary, we talked about the definition of political parties, and we said political parties are organized groups of citizens with similar political ideas, beliefs, and even interests. And we said that their aim is to gain control of a government in a society or in a nation. We also looked at how political parties are being organized, and we said they're organized in 3 levels. We said the national, the state, and the local levels. We also looked at the functions of political parties, where we said they aid or assist in selecting and appointing people or persons that will eventually win an election and then gain control of the government of a country or a society. And then we looked at the different types of political parties. We looked at the elitist, and then we looked at the mass party, where we saw that the elitist party deals with members from high class or social status, and then we talked about the mass party that deals with members from all sections of the society. At this point, I'd like us to run a quick test. Let's answer this together to know how well or how far you understood the class. Question: which of these is not a level of organization of political parties? A, international level, B, state level, and C, local level. Which of these is not a level of organization of political parties? All right. If your answer is A, you're right. We've come to the end of this class. Thank you.